My name is Nat Russo. I am 42 years old. I've been in the program for about 4 months, 4 to 5 months, and I've dropped 70 pounds so far in that time. I was living on fast food and not even really paying much attention to it. I work in a very stressful environment, a stressful occupation, and it was just very easy for me to run across the street at lunchtime and grab a bag of food from whatever fast food restaurant and come back to the office and keep working. And after a while, it adds up, and I didn't realize how quickly it added up until I wound up having a heart attack. I was 38 years old, and so I've been seeing my cardiologist every 6 months, and it was clear to me that my weight was a huge factor. So I asked him about the potential for bariatric surgery, and he said that he would support it, but I might not be aware of this program called HMR that was being run here at the hospital. And so he asked me to check it out, and I went and signed up about 2 weeks later. I was eating a lot of garbage before coming to this program. So I was hungry a lot, and there was a period of time when it felt like my thoughts were kind of foggy and I was lethargic. But after a while, my body adjusted, within a handful of days, and it was almost like someone threw a switch, and everything was back on an even keel again. I started by walking about a half a mile a day, and the very first time I tried it, I got halfway around the block and thought, what have I gotten myself into? And it didn't matter whether I went forward or back. I was in the middle of the walk, so I had to go the same distance. But within about a week and a half to 2 weeks, that little half-mile walk started feeling like it wasn't enough, and I felt my endurance increasing. And so I just gradually increased and increased until I keep trying to challenge myself a little bit without it being too much exertion. And I've learned that you really don't have to kill yourself with physical activity to be successful at weight loss. You just have to have physical activity. And getting up off of my couch and walking to the refrigerator is not physical activity. It used to be the most physical activity I did in a day, not anymore. I have a colleague that I only see every 3 to 4 weeks, and every time he sees me, he taps me on the shoulder and he says, "You look like a different person every time I see you." The reaction varies from person to person, but it's always a surprise. There was a period of time before I started losing weight where I actually felt older than I am. And I felt as if I was getting sicker and sicker, and I was starting to have more and more medical problems. And now that's reversing. I'm having fewer medical problems. I'm taking less medication now. My lab numbers weren't this good when I was a teenager. So I'm just amazed all the way around. Of all of the programs that I've tried in the past, this has been the only one that's worked for me. And I think it has a lot to do with the built-in support system. Going to classes and learning about how to change your lifestyle and how to embrace a new viewpoint, a new relationship with food.